What I have been noticing is that house hacking is working a lot better today compared to any time in the past 5 years. At the start of the pandemic, prices were high, even though interest rates were low. So the barrier to entry getting into the market was actually pretty high. There's two things that are stopping potential new homers from entering the market. The first is the capital required to buy, down payment, closing costs, renovations, and the other one is the carrying costs, how much it costs to pay for your mortgage and your operating expenses. At the start of the pandemic, prices were high even though interest rates were low, and for both of those things, it was making it difficult for people to enter the market. And then afterwards, once prices came down in mid-2022, affordability was better from the capital standpoint. But because interest rates shot up,
qualifications were really hard.
Yeah, qualifications was tough, and also just it's hard to carry a mortgage at such high interest rates, even though the price has dipped. But now interest rates have come down, prices have held steady and low, so it hasn't changed much from 2022, maybe even a little bit lower.
Well, there's one thing I want to jump in because you're absolutely right, but one thing about that early COVID period when things were going really high, interest rates were low, prices were going high, the toughest part of that situation was actually how many offers there were.
Yeah,
everyone was throwing
right.
offers on, and it was firm offers too. So no conditions. People were like, yeah, I don't need a financing condition. I don't need a home inspection. I'm just going to buy this property as is. So right there, a large portion of the potential buyers were just out of the market because people aren't comfortable to do that, right?
That is very good point.
Not just was it a hard time to buy, but that, plus that demand, that crazy demand with so many people in the market, it made for a really, really tough time. And then midway through COVID, or like you said, 2022, 2023 even, just because of qualification purposes, meaning, interest rates were at almost 7% in some cases. And to afford that is just crazy. Like, people couldn't afford that. So no one was buying at that time either. It was a really tough time.